This is Sean from GMDRS TV, and I'm gonna do a little cooking today. It is St. Patrick's Day this week, and I'm gonna get a head start on it because I intend on sous videing my brisket to make it really juicy and tender. First step is to get the right piece of corned beef. I did not brine it myself. That's a lot of extra work that I've tried in the past with not really worthwhile results, but I think it is important to pick the right one. I selected a point cut, which is different than what you normally find, which would be a flat cut. This is a more tender, fattier cut of brisket, and I think will yield a slightly better end result. I started out by rinsing my brisket. I did retain a little seasoning package. I'm gonna pat this dry, sprinkle on those ingredients, and then vacuum pack it and get it ready for the sous vide. So the brisket is in the sous vide. I have it set for 131 degrees, and I intend on cooking this about 36 hours. So it is the early in the day before St. Patrick's Day. Morning YouTube, it is St. Patrick's Day morning, and I'm gonna do a lot of the prep on my corned beef and cabbage this morning. I have kind of a unfortunate work schedule this evening, but that's kind of one of the beautiful things about sous vide. My corned beef will be really quick to finish off this evening. And my vegetables, I don't like to do them boiled. I love all of these vegetables, cabbage, carrots, potatoes, but I really prefer them roasted instead of boiled. It's just way more flavorful, but you still get the same overall experience and combination of flavors that you would with traditional corned beef and cabbage, but to me, just a whole lot tastier. So I'm gonna prep all my roasted vegetables this morning. I have a small break between meetings tonight when I'll finish off my corned beef. I'll put the vegetables back in the toaster oven for a few minutes. They'll be pretty much exactly the same. And here we go. All of these vegetables really have kind of very different ideal roasting times and temperatures. So instead of trying to do them all at once and stress myself out, I am going to do them separately to what I think is exactly right, and then carefully cool them, and then very carefully reheat them. In particular, like if you're entertaining, this is a really easy way to have everything be perfect. You can even do this the day before, and then when your guests arrive, there's no stress. I have tossed the carrots in that olive oil, salt and pepper, and now into my countertop oven, 400 for about 20 minutes, and we'll check in on them. All right, carrots are done. Amazing. I am going to let these cool off and then start the potatoes next. My little potatoes are looking amazing. I'm going to take them out, put them on the same rack as the carrots to cool. Potatoes are done. They also were 400 for right around 20 minutes. Carrots are done. I tried one of these. They're so delicious. We're going to do the exact same prep now for cabbage. Only difference is we'll be cranking up the heat to about 500 degrees. So the cabbage is out of the oven and it smells incredible if you look at it. I mean, this is basically a giant roasted Brussels sprout, which I happen to love. I'm going to put this on the tray to cool with the other vegetables, and then it's going to go lightly covered into the refrigerator until later on this evening. All right, so it's getting close to dinner time. I have guests coming over in about half an hour. taken everything out of the refrigerator and I have them just slowly coming to room temperature. Have the old Wedgwood set to warming. I'll put that stuff in maybe like 15 minutes before I'm ready to serve. I have the old brisket in the sous vide. I'm going to be taking it out in a moment and prepping it for blow torching. Brisket is out of the sous vide and on my searing rack. I'm going to put a little bit of brown sugar on top and then saturate that with just a tiny bit of whiskey and then hit it with the torch. Just enough to get it done here. Maybe a smidge more. All right, that should do it. For searing, I have this Lazy Susan that goes on my stovetop, and then this rack that goes in a big cast iron pan. Goes on top of there and it allows you to spin it so you can sort of work all the way around without a whole lot of trouble. I use a Benzomatic on top of just a good old camping propane bottle. It does have this diffuser on the end, which was an add-on. I got that off of Amazon and it works just great. This thing does look ridiculously juicy. I completely failed at capturing that ever important first bite moment. And in my defense, it was St. Patrick's Day. My guests arrived. They brought Guinness. Beverages started flowing and filming pretty much stopped immediately. And I'm sorry about that. But let me walk you through my impressions of preparing corned beef and cabbage this way. In short, it was incredible. It was easily the best St. Patrick's Day dinner I've ever had. I couldn't have been happier. The brisket was really tender, but still had the consistency of brisket. Moist, but not any kind of weird soggy thing, but not all dry and fibrous. And that whiskey glaze had just barely a hint of sweetness that when combined with a good bitey Dijon mustard was honestly phenomenal. The vegetables, roasted carrots, they're amazing. Always love them. And the same with the potatoes. But I would say the real star of the show and sort of the big surprise was the cabbage. That roasted cabbage, as simple as it was, just salt and pepper, man, it was so good. And all of those things together, you still got that traditional St. Patrick's flavor palette, but it was just so much more delicious than everything being boiled, which is kind of not hard to imagine. So if you're thinking about trying to step up your St. Patrick's Day cooking game, can't recommend this enough. It takes a little time, but it also makes entertaining that evening stress-free. And as I can testify, let you get straight to the party. Very, very good. I can't recommend it enough. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy this, please hit the subscribe button and think about hitting the like button as well. And that's it from GMDRS TV. Have a good day.